So I am going to be sharing here a video that I recorded back in April of 2024. And in it, I discuss things like certain things from my childhood, as well as diagnoses that I had received already that year. That is also the year where I found out that I'm autistic, which was kind of hard to process. And 2 months after I recorded this video, I found out I was pregnant with my son. And he's been a miracle and a blessing, but a lot has happened since this video was recorded, and I'm going to be posting more, and I'm going to continue to work on this project, and I look forward to sharing more with you, and I hope it connects to you in some meaningful way. Thanks. Hi, my name is Rochelle, and a lot of people know me as Shelly. I am currently in the year 2024, this month, 37 years old. I'll be 38 in June, and I did not know until this year that I'm autistic. Here's a picture of me when I was a baby. This is in 1986. I am a cute little Gemini, holding my hands together with my tongue sticking out. In this picture, I was still living with my birth mom. My birth mom was in the middle of an acid trip when she was 4 months pregnant with me and realized that she hadn't had her period for a few months. I joke a little bit about how I tripped acid before I was even born because it's true. This is me when I was 5. My birth mom came to my 5th birthday party. By this point, I was living with my aunt and uncle. My birth mom was adopted by the same parents that adopted my uncle Steve, who I called Dad because he and his wife raised me. This is me, Shelly. One of my brother's birthdays is within a week of mine. Technically, they're my first cousins, and I joke that I am my own first cousin. My birth mom suffered from a lot of trauma, and she wasn't capable of raising me. This is me in preschool in the pink leotard right here. I was about probably almost 4 years old. We're studying Degas. This is me dressed as the Little Mermaid with my cousin Stacy. My cousin Stacy is a part of my adopted family. Technically, they were my court-appointed guardians. They never fully adopted me. They told me that they would when I started acting right. And they said that for me to be adopted, I would have to be emancipated from the guardianship first. And so I was emancipated when I was 18. I moved out of my parents'
house that raised me right before my 19th birthday. This picture is important because I remember this night. My cousin Stacy came over to my grandparents' house dressed as Snow White. She was a school teacher, and Ariel was one of my favorites, the favorite. I remember this night I looked into my cousin Stacy's eyes after she said, "I love you," and I said, "Do you?" Because I can't feel it. And then she went and sat on the front steps of my grandparents' house and cried. And that's when I realized that I had said something wrong. But the thing is, like, I couldn't identify love, and I couldn't feel it. My birth parents met in a halfway house. They knew each other for 10 days and got married. My birth dad is still serving a 40-year sentence. This is me trying to do gymnastics after I went to go live with the family that raised me. This is me with undiagnosed Ehlers-Danlos syndrome wearing corrective shoes at one of my birthday parties. I remember being overwhelmed really easily by any exterior stimulation because I could notice everything in the room and I couldn't filter it out. When I was about 10 years old, I was diagnosed with ADHD following a meltdown that I had at school. There was a orange juice factory demonstration, and all of the kids had a physical part that they had to contribute, and I had my own part. And I remember being told that I didn't pay attention enough, that I didn't look enough at everything that was going on, even though I noticed everything because it was too intense. Everything was always too intense. And my mom that raised me told me that she had to come to school to pick me up because I was crying in a ball in the back of the classroom. So I got diagnosed with ADD and I got put on Cylert, which was taken off of the market due to its link to causing liver cancer. I remember being on the medication and being required to get my blood drawn every month. And that was in the 6th and 7th grade that I was on Cylert. I was also given Adderall, Trileptal, Geodon, Abilify, Zoloft, Wellbutrin, Concerta before I was 13. This is a family sandwich with my dad that raised me and my brother slash first cousin Daniel and me. And I actually do remember being in this picture and feeling like I couldn't breathe. This is me when I was about 2.5, almost 3. And I was always really tall for my age, so people thought I was older than I was. And that's a little hard when you're young, because then people have expectations that aren't age appropriate. I met with my dietitian today for the first time. And it just kind of made me think again about everything that I've lost. I really believe that there is a link between GI dysfunction and infantile and adolescent trauma. When I first went to live with my parents that raised me, it was after being severely abused and neglected by my birth mom. So I'm 37 years old now, and this year I have been diagnosed with dysregenic defecation, pelvic floor dysfunction, and gastric paresis. I had already changed my diet. Whew.
All right, so it's Rochelle from the future, and I just wanted to come on at the end of this video and sort of address, obviously I was processing some emotions and dealing with chronic health issues, whether they're physical or mental. It's taxing for anybody, and part of why I'm sharing these clips and videos and the intimate details of my life is in hopes of actually helping other people that are going through it, because I know how lonely it can feel. So thanks for watching. I appreciate it.